the need for an organization that not only could provide internet support to each other, because obviously we were all over. We were lucky if you had somebody near you that you could see on a regular basis. But also the chance to maybe get together, make friends, share techniques of coping skills, share new information. At that time, clear surgical masks were on our horizon, so we were starting to talk about, can we help get ourselves clear surgical masks? And that was in 1999 that we got going with that. I ended up buying a book, How to Establish a Nonprofit Organization, started following the guidelines, sent it to these other 5 people that were helping, made sure they looked it over, made sure it made sense, revised the system at that time to elect our presidents and directors, and then sent all the paperwork in along with the fees. I don't remember how we raised the money, whether we paid for it ourselves or we had donations. Again, it was a long time ago. But we became incorporated in the state of Ohio, and the IRS then recognized us as a nonprofit organization. And then we started doing a website, started organizing the first conferences. It was a lot of work, but it really paid off. The chance to help so many people, especially in the 2000s when it wasn't still as common as it is now. Not that the students don't struggle now, but I do notice that it seems a little bit easier, a little bit more accepting than back then, than breaking the barriers. I mean, even Dr. Phillips doing it before the ADA, he had even more barriers to break than we did in the 2000s. But we were just so determined to help others, knowing what we had been through. Every profession that was in that founding organization, the nurses, the physicians, the veterinarians, they wrote their guidelines about how to, potential ideas for overcoming the hearing loss or accommodating it, how to talk to people if you're applying for school, for jobs, to your professors. We all proofread each other's stuff, put it up on the website as dealing with some of those common questions again. It was a lot of energy, a lot of dedication between us. I'm really proud of the original group of founders and what they did, and seeing what AMPHL has become now. The last conference having hundreds of attendees. I remember our first one was like 20 or 30 people. And then seeing how we've helped with lawsuits and advocating, and now a clear surgical mask that's out for production. It's kind of phenomenal. I mean, my dream is that one day an organization like AMPHL won't be needed, because acceptance and willing to work with students and employees that have additional needs won't become as overwhelming to people or as intimidating. That'll become more commonplace. And I think we're a little bit closer to that than when we first founded AMPHL. But I think there will always be some need for an organization that helps to support those wanting to be in the medical professions that have hearing losses. Because it may change, the actual purpose and tasks that AMPHL does may change, but there will always be a need. And I'm really proud of having been one of the founders. I'm proud of those that walk by my side to do that too. They're a phenomenal group of people, and I hope that they see the pride that I feel when I look at what AMPHL has become. Thank you. Thank you.